Welcome back to the Melvyn C.C. Valenzuela podcast. Today, we're focusing on a crime that's prevalent in crowded public spaces, including large malls: pickpocketing. While it may not involve violence, the sense of violation and loss experienced by victims can be significant. We'll explore a real-life pickpocketing scenario, analyze the vulnerabilities exploited by these criminals, and discuss the essential actions and responses expected from every member of the security force. We'll also delve into the SOPs, security policies, and corrective/preventive measures that can be implemented to combat this common crime. Imagine this. A family is enjoying a day at the mall, browsing through a busy department store. As they navigate through a crowded aisle, a seemingly innocuous individual brushes against the father. Unbeknownst to him, this person, a skilled pickpocket, has deftly removed his wallet from his back pocket. The family continues shopping, unaware of the theft until they reach the cashier. The frustration and inconvenience are immediate, compounded by the realization that valuable credit cards and identification documents are now in the hands of a thief. This scenario illustrates how pickpockets exploit crowded environments and rely on stealth and distraction to carry out their crimes. They often work in teams, with one person creating a diversion while another commits the actual theft. Their targets are often distracted shoppers, tourists, or individuals carrying easily accessible valuables. The crowded nature of malls provides the perfect cover for these criminals to blend in and disappear quickly. Let's discuss the specific actions and responses expected from each member of the security force in a pickpocketing situation. This scenario illustrates how pickpockets exploit crowded environments and rely on stealth and distraction to carry out their crimes. They often work in teams, with one person creating a diversion while another commits the actual theft. Their targets are often distracted shoppers, tourists, or individuals carrying easily accessible valuables. The crowded nature of malls provides the perfect cover for these criminals to blend in and disappear quickly. Let's discuss the specific actions and responses expected from each member of the security force in a pickpocketing situation. Before the incident. Prevention. CSO. Customer service officers should be trained to recognize the telltale signs of pickpocketing activity. These can include individuals loitering in crowded areas, closely observing shoppers, or engaging in suspicious interactions with others. CSOs should be highly visible in high-traffic zones, acting as a deterrent and proactively observing for potential pickpockets. Security guard. Guards should patrol designated areas regularly, paying close attention to crowded areas like food courts, shopping aisles, and entrances. They should be trained to identify suspicious individuals and be aware of common pickpocketing techniques, such as bump and grab or using a coat or bag to conceal their actions. Supervisor. Supervisors should conduct regular briefings with their team, reinforcing the importance of vigilance and awareness of pickpocketing tactics. They should also ensure that guards are familiar with the mall's layout and potential hotspots for pickpocketing activity. Security manager. The security manager is responsible for developing and implementing security policies that address pickpocketing, including prevention strategies, response protocols, and evidence collection procedures. They should also work with mall management to implement environmental design principles that can deter crime, such as adequate lighting and clear sight lines. During the incident, immediate action, CSO. If a CSO witnesses a pickpocketing incident, their priority is to immediately alert the security team, providing a description of the suspects, their location, and any details about the victim. They should observe the suspects discreetly without making their presence known, if possible, and relay information to responding units. Security guard. Upon receiving the alert, guards should respond quickly and discreetly to the location. If the suspect is still in the vicinity, they should attempt to apprehend them, following established procedures and respecting the suspect's rights. If the suspect has fled, Guards should gather information from the victim and any witnesses, including descriptions of the suspects and the stolen items. Supervisor. The supervisor should direct the security response, coordinating with mall management and law enforcement, and ensuring the safety of shoppers and staff. They should also initiate evidence collection procedures, including gathering witness statements and reviewing CCTV footage. Security manager. The security manager should be informed of the incident and provide guidance as needed. They should oversee the investigation, coordinate with law enforcement, and ensure that all necessary reports are filed. After the incident, corrective and preventive. All involved personnel should document the incident thoroughly, including witness statements, suspect descriptions, and details of the stolen items. They should participate in debriefings and reviews to identify areas for improvement. Supervisor. The supervisor should conduct a post-incident analysis with the team, reviewing the response and identifying any training gaps or procedural weaknesses. Security manager. The security manager should conduct a comprehensive investigation, reviewing security policies and procedures to identify vulnerabilities that were exploited. They should work with mall management to implement corrective actions and preventive measures to minimize the risk of future incidents. Let's discuss specific SOPs and security policies that can help prevent and mitigate pickpocketing. Crowd management procedures. Implement procedures for managing crowds, particularly during peak hours and special events. This may include deploying additional security personnel, using barriers to control flow, and providing announcements about being aware of belongings. CCTV monitoring protocol. Establish a protocol for actively monitoring CCTV systems, especially in high-risk areas. This should include regular checks of camera functionality and clear guidelines for reviewing footage after an incident. Public awareness campaigns. Develop public awareness campaigns to educate shoppers about common pickpocketing techniques and encourage them to be vigilant and report suspicious activity. Consider these corrective and preventive actions. Increase security presence. Deploy additional security personnel, especially during peak hours and in high-risk areas. Collaboration with retailers. Work closely with mall tenants to share information about pickpocketing trends and to coordinate security efforts. Environmental design. Consider environmental design principles that can improve natural surveillance and deter crime, such as clear lines of sight, adequate lighting, and strategically placed mirrors. Pickpocketing can be a frustrating and upsetting experience for victims. By implementing these proactive security measures, malls can create a safer and more secure environment for shoppers. Remember, vigilance, awareness, and a well-trained security force are key to preventing and responding to these incidents. Thank you for listening. Stay safe and join us next time for another insightful episode on mall security. Thank you for listening to the Melvyn C.C. Valenzuela podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who could benefit. And don't forget to subscribe for more valuable insights. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. Now it's time to put these strategies into action. I'm confident you'll see positive results. Remember, growth is a continuous journey, not an event. Embrace it and always grow forward.